हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय अनदर वीडियो ऑफ जेन एआई सीरीज। आज के वीडियो में हम बात करने वाले हैं प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग के बारे में। इस वीडियो में हम लोग समझेंगे कि जेन एआई मॉडल पे, एलएलएम मॉडल पे हाउ यू कैन पुट ए प्रॉपर प्रॉम्प्ट टू गेट द डिजायर्ड आउटपुट। ये वीडियो आपको प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियर नहीं बनाएगा। इनफैक्ट देयर इज नो टर्म कॉल्ड प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियर। जहां भी आप वीडियोस देखते हैं, जहां भी आप आर्टिकल्स देखते हैं कि दे आर गोइंग टू सेल समथिंग टू मेक यू प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियर्स, वो सब फेक है, बिकॉज देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियर्स। प्रॉम्प्टिंग इज अ वे टू प्रोवाइड अ क्वेश्चन इन अ बेटर वे टू द एलएलएम मॉडल, टू ए जेन एआई मॉडल। जो भी डाटा इंजीनियर जेन एआई की तरफ मूव कर रहे हैं, मैं तो उनको वही सजेस्ट करूंगा कि आप प्लीज प्रॉम्प्टिंग को जस्ट एज अ टॉपिक, एज अ सब्जेक्ट जैसा ट्रीट करें, ना ही उसको एक इंजीनियरिंग डिपार्टमेंट जैसा ट्रीट करें। तो लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड विद द प्रॉम्प्टिंग इन जेन एआई। अगर आप मेरे चैनल में नए हैं तो प्लीज चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, मुझे काफी मदद मिलती है, और वीडियो को लाइक और शेयर जरूर करें। So what is prompting? Prompting is a way of sending information to the LLM model, Gen AI model. LLM model only provides you the output in the form of text. It generates the text. It doesn't put any logic, any reasoning, any logical thinking behind the text. तो अगर लॉजिकल क्वेश्चंस है या रीजनिंग एनालिटिकल क्वेश्चन है, उसका सॉल्यूशन एलएलएम डायरेक्टली नहीं देगा। टू मेक एलएलएम अंडरस्टैंड द लॉजिकल रीजनिंग, वी हैव टू गिव द प्रॉम्प्ट, or we have to put the question in a better way. So now we'll get to know what are the different ways of prompting and how we can put the prompting in a better way. So the first thing in putting the better prompt is to divide your prompts, or divide your questions into different sections. So you can see in the screen we have basic steps or basic division of the prompt. So you need to mention what is the role, what is the task, and what context is the question. You can also provide the guidelines, and you can also provide the output format. So these things are not necessary to put in your prompt, but if you put all these things in a prompt in a better way, you will get the desired output. Now coming to the role means you are trying to say the chat GPT, or you're trying to say the LLM model that you are on what role this question is coming. For example, this is a mathematics question. So I have mentioned here you are an experienced mathematics expert with an IQ of 150, anything you can write, that assist school students with math homework problem. So I'm asking the LLM that assume that you are at this particular role. For example, you are going to create a report in a BI, or you are trying to ask some question related to market research, share market research. In that case, you need to put the role in such a way that it should be in line with the question what you are going to ask, or the task what you are going to put in the below section. So this is the role, and this is the role for the LLM model for the chat GPT. This is very important, and accordingly your LLM model will behave. Now you have to put the task. You can directly put the task like help me to solve the equation. So this is x square plus 3x minus 9 equal to 21. You can put any questions here. So this is the task section. So now coming to the context. In context, you need to make LLM or chat GPT understand that on what context you are trying to put this task. Means you want the real answer out of it, or you want to have a helping guideline out of the answer. So for example, in my case, this is the chat assistant, means it's a mathematical kind of AI tutor. So that tutor will not say the answer in a single shot, but it will give few hints to the student, so that the student can take help from that hints and try to solve the problem. So in this context, we have mentioned that you never reveal the right answer. You should ask, or you should probe the question to identify what help student needs, provide the guidance, provide the hints. We'll see how it will work, but we need to provide the context, and this is very important. Next, the guidelines. How you want the LLM to think over their task, or generate answer on your task. So in these guidelines, we have asked like you break down the answer in a step by step. Like if you are going to solve any equation in mathematics, so either you can, like human being can break down the task in their mind and accordingly do the calculation, but LLM being the machine, being the learning model, so in this model, we are asking the model with the help of guidelines that break the task and then bring the thought process and then put on your answer. Then comes the output format. Like there are various things you can put in the output format, like you want the output in a text format, JSON format. Here we have written like write each step at bullet point and then the final answer. Means what all things is coming up in the LLM model as an output. Write each step in a bullet point, or each step on your screen. So I don't want the overall answer, but it should be intuitive. Like every time it is going to ask the question, and then again user will put some answer, and accordingly the LLM will go forward and put the another question. This is a kind of prompt engineering, like this is kind of chain of thought plus few shots. not a few sorts, but this is mostly a chain of thought example. We'll come to this, what is this chain of thought, zero sorts and few sorts. But this is the general way how we put the question to the LLM. So role, context, guidelines, and output format. This is very important. There is a kind of prompting we call few sorts, in which you tell the LLM like how to solve the maths problem, like x plus 5 equal to 10. So x is equal to 10 minus 5 is 5. So how you have taken that step. Now, for example, there is a shopkeeper who weight some goods in this amount, sell in this per kg, particular goods at this per kg. So, what will the overall price of this full 10 kg, 20 kg? So, the reasoning behind that, what is the thought process? You can give it in an example, and accordingly LLM or the GPT will understand from that example, get itself trained only for that particular session, because you cannot train the chat GPT from any external source. So only for that particular session you just train their logical reasoning, and then chat GPT will learn from that example and then try to give you the better answer. So that is the few sorts. We'll come to that later on. But as of now, like, this is what is the way you should write the prompt to the LLM or chat GPT. The other thing is you can also write the word like let's get started, like when you are writing anything, any kind of questions to chat GPT. So we'll go to this as an example, see one example here. For example, so what I'm doing, I'm just putting x plus 5 equal to 10. What is the value of x? Now I'm adding one line. Let's think step by step. So this line, it has been proven, like by adding this line, your answer becomes more explanatory. Like LLM will give in more explanation to your answer. Like when you just put enter into it, so you will see that what is the step one, what is the step two, what is step four, what is the final answer. So you get a full explanation out of it. And the second thing is, so while putting the prompt in this way, you also try to put more of the punctuation into it. Try to add bracket, try to add comma, semicolon, hashtag, star, to make your answer or make your task more explanatory to the LLM or the chat GPT model. Now coming to the type of prompting. So basically there are three types of prompting. I'll say there are only two types of prompting. One is zero sorts or a few sorts, and the other is chain of thoughts. So we'll consider here as a three types of prompting: zero sort prompting, few sorts prompting, and chain of thought. So in the zero sort prompting, when we just put simply like uh, 5 plus 2, it will give you the answer, direct question. So this is zero sorts. We are not providing any example. So what is few sorts? In few sorts prompting, we provide an example. Like we give the role, task, context, and in the context we give multiple examples. Like this way, you need to solve the problem. So if you are trying to give multiple examples in your prompting, then that becomes a few sorts, and this is very important if you have a question which is more of an analytical and a logical question. The third, which is very important, is chain of thoughts. In this, you're not expecting LLM to give you the exact answer, but LLM should give, like, ask you some questions out of that task. Like when you have submitted your task, the LLM should ask some question to you, and then you should provide an answer. Then again LLM should think and give you some answer. Again you need to provide some answer to the LLM. So there will be interaction between the LLM console and the user. Means system and the user, there will be a continuous interaction till the time the user doesn't get to the final answer. We'll see that. So this also shows, like in when we work on chain of thoughts, it also tell the user, or it also shows the how transparent your answer is, LLM answer is. So in this way you can get more of the logical and a reasoning kind of answer. So if you have very complex calculation, so you can go to chain of thoughts. You can add few sorts plus chain of thoughts to get a proper answer to that. So currently I don't have multiple example of that. I have one or two examples. So one this example will run and see it. And in the next section or the next part of this video, I'll come up with more example in which I'll show you how this difference is working in few sorts, chain of thoughts. So we are going with chain of thought for this. So I'll change the equation because I've already run on this model. So what I will do, I'll write it here. Um, x plus 3x minus 9 equal to, or we can write it here, 100, or something. Okay, I'll just change it to 100. Okay, now I'm trying to run this. Now we'll see. So it's a chain of thought. So it will ask, the LLM will ask you the question. This, in my case, this is chat GPT, will ask the question. So my question is, x plus 3x minus 9 is equal to 100. So you have to find the x. So it is telling you, step 1, combine like terms. The term 3 and 3x are similar because they both contain x. Can you try adding them together? What do you get? So LLM is asking you the question. Can you try adding this, and what answer you get? So it is also giving you the follow-up answer, but you can also write the answer. You can write the answer as 4x minus 9 equal to 100. Let's see. So now me as a user is giving the input to, or answering to the LLM. Now LLM will tell you, to get 4x by itself, we need to remove minus 9. So we need to remove minus 9. So can you try adding 9 to both the side? If you try adding 9 both the side, what will happen? 4x equal to 100. Almost there. Let's check your step again. If we add 9 to both sides, 4x equal to, so okay, it's trying to check. Now 4x is equal to 109. To isolate x, you need to divide both side by 4. What do you get? So answer should be around 27.25. Like what I will tell, I'll just give it the wrong answer, like x is equal to 5. Let's see how it behaves. So I'm giving the wrong answer. Almost, but not quite. Let's go through it carefully. Now it is telling what is 100 by 4 as a decimal and a mixture. Try calculating it again with the smiling face. So it understands that you have given the wrong answer. So this way, there is a multiple interaction with the system. In my case, is Chat GPT and the user. So this is very helpful to create the chat AI tutor. So you can think over it. You can explore more into it, and then you can build a chat AI or AI chat AI tutor on the top of this, because it's not giving you the exact answer. There are multiple chat AI kind of application app in the market which will not give you the direct answer, but will try to help you, guide you towards the correct answer. So this is how you can create with adding chain of thought. So to follow this rule, you will be able to write the proper prompting. There are a few more examples I'll discuss in the next section. So if you have any doubt regarding the prompting, so post it in the comment. I'll come up with the answer. We'll meet in the next section, next topic, with these examples, more for example of few sorts and other of the Gen AI and also of the Snowflake series. Till then, goodbye, happy learning. फिर मिलेंगे नई वीडियो के साथ. अगर आप मेरे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किए तो प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब करें. किसी भी तरह का डाउट्स है, प्रॉब्लम है, तो प्लीज़ कमेंट में पोस्ट करें. यू कैन डायरेक्टली मेल मी ऑल्सो विथ योर क्वेश्चन.